Hipper here. So today we're taking out a ship that I don't really use a lot, and it is the Siegfried. And really the only reason I'm taking this ship out is to test Ivan Light, not Lightfoot, I have to make sure I don't say it, Lightful. So I have him here on Graf Spee, the Azure Lane Commander, as the first inspiration, and then I have Lemonnier, the French commander, as the second inspiration. So together these guys cut 8 seconds off the time that I'll be spotted after shooting a salvo, meaning that I'll go unspotted after 12 and a half seconds, something like that. And other than that, just remember to choose the Ghost perk on Graf Spee, because that's the whole point of putting her on this ship here. And then other than that, it's just, pretty much a reload build here. But the inspirations is what make this build interesting, and it does work on Siegfried, I think. I don't particularly like the build. I think it's way too passive. And as you see here, I have AA mod because no matter what I do to improve the dispersion on Siegfried, it's just horrible. So I find there's no point even trying. You might as well spec into something else. The sonar is the best thing about Siegfried, 5.6 kilometers, but that is the same as Hipper and Eugen, and really those two ships are much better than Siegfried in almost any situation, unfortunately, yes. So 18 kilometer range, but there's really no point in that, because anything more than 11-12 kilometers away, it's just a total crapshoot if you hit it or not. So 11 kilometers detectability, which means that you can get into good positions without getting spotted early on, and you can abuse the going dark, which this whole build is about. So sort of a ghost build. As you see here, I scored 2 citadels on this Eugen here earlier. And just firing here. So if you count now, I will go dark in 12 and a half seconds. And that's pretty useful when the reload is as long as it is on Siegfried, because it allows you to calculate your next move. For example, here I get a lot of attention from the Yami and whoever else is over here. So I go dark, and I went dark a long time ago. But now I can just think, what should I do now? What's the best move? So that's really what this build is about here, and it works nicely, but I still prefer an agile build, because you always get situations like this on the map. You can see how everybody is moving away from this flank here, so that means we have to push. We have to gather them down in the southwest corner here, and as long as our flank doesn't fall on the other side, this is a winning strategy. So I have to get into the middle of the map, take up position behind this island here, so I control the middle of the map and making it impossible for the red team to fall back that way. As you can see, my battleships are taking the long way around the islands. So I need to get in there first to make sure that the reds don't suddenly change direction and actually push up through the map before my battleships get around those islands. And this is why I don't run this ghost build here on pretty much any ship, because there's always situations where you have to do something that negates the build, and this is pretty much it. I'm gonna go and make this island here my friend, and I'm pretty much gonna use the island to cut my detection, not the build. So you'd have to be really specific about playing this build to its strengths, and meaning that you have to give up on chances like this. And I much prefer an agile build where I can grab an opportunity like this, and I'd already be in position then, because I would be much faster. It's not a bad build, but it's not my kind of build. So this is also a prime example of why you just don't give up a flank, because now the whole red team, and we are equal on ships, and we're actually completely equal on points, But the whole red team is just in a terrible position now. They are all squeezed into a quarter of the map down here in the corner, and there's no way for them to break out now. They cannot even cross the map because I'm in this position here, and I have torpedoes, so there's not even any rushing me. So I just have to wait for my battleships to swing around, because like I said, they took the long way, and our flank is defending over on the left side. So yeah, it's just a matter of waiting the Reds out now and just picking them off one by one when they realize that they are pretty much stuck down here and they're going to get crossfired from every possible direction. You can see how the blue ships have taken, well, half the map is ours now, and very soon 3/4 of the map is going to belong to the blue ships, meaning that there's simply no way to hide your broadside down there in the little red corner. And I'm just waiting for that, basically. So yeah, like as long as I stay 11 kilometers away from the enemies, I can control my concealment. So here I fire, I get spotted, and I just count back 12.5 seconds, and I'll go dark before my reload finishes, and then I'll be able to decide what to do then. And there's the going dark. And usually what happens if that Yamato was targeting me, I go dark, he thinks, oh okay, I'll find another target, and then turning the guns away, and that's your cue to fire at him again, and yeah, like rinse and repeat, basically. It's efficient, yes, nothing wrong with this build, like I said. It's just a tad bit passive, I think. So not my thing. And in general, this Siegfried here is just not my thing. I am of the very, very strong belief that a cruiser should be able to take out destroyers. And Siegfried is probably one of the worst cruisers for that job. Nice citadel there on the Yami. It does have like a very nice sonar, the same as Hipper. But the reload is just so long and the dispersion is just so bad that it's kind of like Graf Spee. Like, you're going to need help to take out destroyers. And then honestly, what is the point of playing a cruiser then? You might as well just play a battleship. Yeah, my opinion. So, I mean, every time I want to play Siegfried, I end up taking out Bismarck instead. Because, I mean, Bismarck has another turret, and it also has sonar, and it also has heals, and it has great secondaries, and it's probably as crappy a shot as Siegfried is. Okay, Siegfried is a little bit better, but that extra turret means that like, you just get more hits with Bismarck. So, like I said, I don't get the point of Siegfried, and I don't get the point of many of the super heavy cruisers, for the reasons I've already gone through. And another thing I think cruisers should have, which is a must, is torpedoes. And at least that's something Siegfried actually has. And that's also why I'm not too worried about this Yami here trying to push in. Because should he come around the corner, I can just torp him. It's not really a big problem. And I'm sure he knows that. But it just gives you an extra little secret weapon that, of course, Bismarck doesn't have. That is one thing that is like a plus for Siegfried. But then, like, why would you even pick Siegfried over Hipper or Eugen? I still don't understand that. They're just so much better ships. Yeah. Anyway, this is a Siegfried video, and we're testing out this like ghost build here. And like, I did use it a little bit in the beginning and a little bit in the middle, and here I don't even have to use my torpedoes because he's just serving up a very nice broadside there. But here, in this situation here, the ghost build actually comes into its own. So he just fired, that means I can fire. And I just have to wait 12.5 seconds, and I'll go dark again. So this is where I'm using the ghost build, because I know I'll go dark in a few seconds. There we go. So I'll just line up for a whole broadside shot here. Something I couldn't do if I was still spotted, which I would be if I didn't have this build. And just line up the guns and take him out with the last salvo here. So yeah, the build works, but it's a little bit too situational and a little bit too passive for my taste. And that's not saying at all there's anything wrong with it. It is a good build and it's actually pretty good on Siegfried, but just not my thing. Nah. Anyway, I hope that gave a little bit of an impression here of Ivan, and of course I'll see you out there.